Hello, 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 hello. Hello to all of my wonderful friends all across this big, round, wonderful world. It's an exciting and new day and a new year. And yes, I am here casting out fear in this new year. Oh, yes, it's a new year to cast out fear and bring joy and cheer. And I am the spirit of ecstasy here, bringing joy and cheer of every kind and casting out illness and raising you up out of disease and all types of sickness. And yes, oh, I'm giving you all the thoughts to raise you out of any depression and despondency or blues you may be feeling. But I hope, though, that you had a marvelous New Year's party and a wonderful New Year's Day yesterday. And oh, yes, and that you're back having fun in your regular routine and enjoying it and enjoying the fact that this is a new week and a new year. Oh, yes, and we're full of cheer because we come out of Christmas season, and I guess the Christmas is really not officially over until January 15th, so we've still got some of that jolliness and that cheer to go around. And yes, we're filling the world with cheer and with love. Oh, yes, and so I want to send out great big hearts and arms of love to you around the world. Great big hugs. I hug you now with a great big warm hug, and I send out those great big hearts, those great big hearts of love, full of all kinds of cheer and happiness, and I send them into every country of the world so that you can look up at the sunbeams and see that love upon every sunbeam that comes into your window, and you can see that love floating on every cloud that goes across the sky, and you can feel that power. Oh, every day and every way and every hour full of power. Oh, yes, and so I want you to rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. That is now and forever your choice. Make the choice, make the choice, make the choice to rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Total victory we've won. Our radiance outshines the sun. Our consciousness is brighter, you see, than the sun can ever be. Oh, yes, no wonder we can send out love and healing power and cast out fear and bring all kinds of joy and cheer because our consciousness is brighter, you see, than the sun can ever be. And you know what joy it is when after a cloudy week the sunlight comes out and you feel that joy of the sunlight. But the joy and the cheer in our soul and our hearts and our minds today, those of us that are raising our consciousness, all of that joy and cheer is far greater than anything you can receive even from a sunlit day after several cloudy weeks. And so you need to raise your consciousness to realize how bright that sunshine is that will shine within you this very day. And we want to stop and realize that all good is now. The nowness of good. You know, it's been referred to as the unity of good. It's been referred to as the power of now. It's all the same thing. The power is now, and good is now, and the good is seamless, and love is now, and love is seamless. It's the power of now. It's the nowness of good. Yes, it's an enchanting day, a thrilling new year. It's a wonderful day. The sun is shining bright and everything feels right. It's a wonderful, wonderful day. The sun is out bright and everything feels right. It's an amazing, amazing day. The sun is out bright and everything's right. It's a pleasant, so pleasant a day. Oh yes, and you can put it all in there. All words: love, substance, energy, health, wealth, and strength. And I told you to memorize the fact that there's no interruption in love, substance, energy, health, true wealth, or strength. And so the sun is out bright and everything's right. It's a loving and love, full of love today. It's a loving, loving day. Oh yes, the sun is out bright and everything's right. It's a very full of substance day. Yes, and all the way through, it's a day full of energy. It's a day full of health, wealth, and strength. And all of that is now. These are all infinite substances and never cease for a single second. Not a split second, not a nanosecond. They never stop. And they wait patiently there for us to raise our consciousness to them. And then we receive the power of now. The nowness of good, that unity of good that is always there and seamless. And all we have to do is become aware of it to benefit from it. Yes. And we know that all of this love, substance, and energy, health, wealth, and strength, all of these things are infinite and they have no interruption or ending. That's what when the scripture says, I am, in Revelations 1 and 8 and 11, I am the first and the last. I conclude all things. That's that good that is now. That's that power of now. That's our divine mind, infinite mind source, God, Jesus. It's the Christ that came. Is the first and the last of all good things. The first and the last of love. The first and the last of healing power. These 6 things that I told you about. First and the last of love, substance, and energy, health, wealth, and strength. These things are infinite in their power, infinite in their energy, and they're infinite in their never-ending substance. Every lack, then, we need to consider and realize is that every lack we may have, every worry, every anxiety, every period of despondency or depression or going through problems or anything like that comes from not enough recognition and awareness and relaxation on these eternal truths which I have been mentioning. In other words, you're not being receptive enough to the actual existence of the first and the last, the power of now, the unity of good, the nowness of good. That now is that everything good is present in the now, and it's never interrupted even for a split second. Not even for a split second. That's what they Tolle was teaching in his book, The Power of Now. And that's what's been taught by the unity of good. That's what's been taught by the nowness of good, and taught in the Course in Miracles, and taught in every other book like that you can think of. And the book called The Powerful Creators, and the book called Miracles Can Happen, and there's a book called Getting Into the Vortex. It's all the same. That good is now and in the now. What is the real and total and substantive and significance and personal implication then of these things to us? That's the next question we need to ask as well. If all of this is true, and everything is the now, and there's great power in the now, and we need to recognize the now, and good is all now, and good has uninterrupted unity and is totally seamless. Then the next question is, well, what does that mean? What does that mean in my life? Or what does that signify in my life? What will that do for me? How will that heal me? How will that cheer me up? How will that make me happy? How will that make me be able to be lifted up into prosperity and abundance in my life and be able to be successful? How will that help me to be able to do the things I need to do, to manifest the things I need to manifest? And the fact is that that it is all available for us to become aware of, understand, and receive. And we need to ask ourselves, well, infinite good, God, divine, mind, our source, God is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. That means all knowing, all present, and all powerful. And so we need to ask ourselves, well, what's the significance of that? And the fact that it is all in the now, and that there's no interruption in good and substance. All good power and energy is ever present without any interruption or a down cycle. It doesn't go, good doesn't go like this. It doesn't go like this, in a sine wave cycle. Good is just straight through, just straight through the same, seamless. All good, that is all constructive, productive, and healing power, every kind of power that would heal us in any way, and all energy that would help us in any way is ever present without any interruption or any down cycle. It's always the up cycle and always just straightforward without any interruption. And so we need to know then, the illusion, we need to realize that the illusion that all good and all love is not present is what produces our problems and creates all fear and doubt. It's the illusion that all good is not present and the illusion that all love is not present and so forth. But we need to know then that all good gifts are actually past tense. If you look at them in the past tense, everything good, is in the past tense. It's all been given. Every good gift and every perfect gift cometh down from the fathers of lights without variableness or shadow of turning. And every good gift that he who would give us the Christ, how would he withhold any good thing? And just scripture after scripture like that. All good has been given past tense. And the only thing that is in the present tense is us recognizing that all that good is there. And we recognize it in the present tense. And it is always actually in the present tense, but it's past, present, and future. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. It's always the same, first and the last, the beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega, always there. And so we know that all goods are actually past tense, and it's good to view it past tense because that helps us to see in our mind that it's not something we're trying to get or trying to create or trying to manifest, but just something that we're recognizing. And it's something that we're recognizing and raising our consciousness to. All energy and all substance and every good thing is now under our feet, and every good thing is now solid as if it were a diamond-filled street. If that street was made out of diamond and you were walking on it, or if it was made out of solid gold, or the finest gold, and you were walking on it, and you know how solid that would be, you would have no doubt that would hold you up. And that's the same thing about this healing power and this energy and this substance and this good and this seamless unity of good and all of this unconditional love. It is solid. It is solid and never has an interruption, never has a seam. It doesn't come along here and have even a tiny little, some things have a tiny little seam, that you can barely see, but there's a seam there. But there's no seam in this. It's not a seam at all in all this good that I'm talking about. It's always there in the very split second that we recognize it. All energy is present. All productive and creative energy we need for any artwork, any composing of songs, composing of music, singing of songs, doing engineering, anything that we need, all that creative energy is always there, and it's our part to turn to it and begin to imbibe it and draw it into ourselves, to tap into it. We tap into it. And then we wrap out, tap in, and then wrap it out. Go over it in our mind and say it. rap it, confess with your mouth, and then you will receive. Okay, totally all energy is present, and this recognition will totally heal, uplift, bring joy, and reverse aging tremendously. And I'll talk to you some more about those wonderful things as the days go by in 2017. Have a happy new year. Talk to you tomorrow.